Senator Dodd, is there room in your short experience, but wonderful experience as a leader of this country, do you feel we can influence the way the quotas are managed in China? Do you feel that we can manage the way the quotas are in China? Is there a way to move it a little bit?
Well, certainly. I mean, look, this is in fact, I think I just about come on board, and people who involved going back, Michael O'Leary's here, was here a few minutes ago, and who's worked at the MPAA for a number of years. This was an ongoing process of not the MPAA directly, but the U.S. Trade Office obviously was doing a lot of the negotiations in the WTO case. And in fact, Vice President Biden played a very critical role in a critical moment with the visit of the Vice President at the time to China, and had conversations in Los Angeles prior to his departure that many people, both in China and here, I'm told, kind of upset the apple cart a little bit, jumped ahead maybe of the people and agreed to the jump from 20 to 34 films. And one point that you and I have actually talked about, Millard, it's not just IMAX and 3D, it's enhanced 2D as well. So there's great opportunities there. And obviously no limits on co-production, which we've just been talking about, which create, I think, expanded opportunities. And I think we need to keep on pressing the point. I mean, I think, again, open markets, everyone benefits. Exactly what Jared was talking about a minute ago, and Ellen, expanding and growing the audience. Growing the audience. Great stories, well told. However you market the product, whether it's through social media or traditional advertising, what China needs to do is to build that audience, not just a domestic one, but an international one as well. So I realize this is going to take time, and again, I'm not going to preach about it, but if I were being asked privately by leading Chinese officials, what do I think is in their best interest? And the term is to lift those quotas, and not just for our own interest, but for their own interest, personally. From that perspective, I think is critically important. I wanted to pick up on a point because it's something Ellen just mentioned, one of the Chinese films that just came out, but it's a great example, I think, of sort of what is happening on a smaller scale today, but where if you look at this particular example, I think you can see the future, in a sense. And you got to go back to, I think, 2006. We ran a contest, the MPAA did, about screenwriters. And a young woman, Chinese woman, won the prize as the best screenwriter. Shui Lu, I'm probably mispronouncing her name. Xiao Lu. The prize was to come to Los Angeles, meet executives in the Hollywood studios, and actually talk to people about production and the like. And it was a great experience for her. It was good for us, I think, as well, to establish that relationship. And of course, meeting along with Bill Kong from Hong Kong, who's a well-known personality, obviously with great success, produced this movie, which no one paid a lot of attention to, small finance, not a lot of money, called Finding Mr. Right. Great story about China and Beijing and Seattle, Washington. And today I'm told it's the number one movie.
Of history in China.
Now go back and trace it. It begins in 2006. You know, that's 7 years ago. And that relationship with this young woman, recognizing her talent, her ability, coming here, working with Bill Kong, developing even further her expertise, coming up with a great script, an international script about Seattle and Beijing, telling it well, and reaching an audience. And that is the future, in my view. That's the classic example, I think, where it's going to go. If we're smart about this, if everyone's smart about this, that's the opportunity in the future.